No.
Okay. Okay. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to your own magic book reading session. And I was saying that please share in the group, and the more you will share, the more you will receive more magical things in your life, because this is a group where people are only giving positive energy to all the positive sharings. जितनी आप पॉजिटिव शेयरिंग्स पॉजिटिव एनर्जी रिसीव करेंगे अपनी लाइफ में, उतने मैजिक्स मैजिक्स बढ़ते जाएंगे। डे 11 तक हम पहुंच गए, कल तक हमने बहुत अच्छी जर्नी की है, एंड आई एम श्योर सबकी लाइफ में थोड़ा थोड़ा मैजिक होना ऑलरेडी स्टार्ट हो चुका होगा। कुछ ना कुछ पॉजिटिव, कुछ ना कुछ गुड न्यूज आनी स्टार्ट हो गई होगी। तो इसको कंटिन्यू रखें, और आज का चैप्टर तो बहुत ही मैजिकल है। देखो, आपने जितना भी टाइम दिया हो अभी तक के प्रैक्टिसेस पे, ये जो प्रैक्टिस है ना आज की, अगर आपने इसको शिद्दत से दिल से किया, तो कल जो हम करने वाले हैं मेक योर डिजायर्स कम ट्रू, उसके लिए आप अपनी वो जो चार्जिंग है ना मैग्नेट की, पूरी चार्जिंग भर लोगे। चार्जिंग मतलब अपना ग्रैटिट्यूड। ग्रैटिट्यूड का जो हमारा टैंक है, जिसे हमें फुल करते जाना है बूंद बूंद से। तो ये जो है ना, ये दिस चैप्टर्स असाइनमेंट इज लाइक अ मोटर, pump, which is an electric pump which will fill your tank very fast. And yes, let's now read the chapter. Day 12, magical people who made a difference. So there are few people in our life, okay, which have made a difference in our lives just by being there, just by saying something. Okay, you can see this picture, sparkling magic dust on the magic album, on your family album, or maybe your friends or colleagues or whosoever it is. Okay, God cannot be there everywhere. Okay, so that is why they send people in our lives who are helping you, maybe saying something, maybe motivating you, maybe inspiring you in saying something or doing something. So let's read what the chapter is saying to us. So at times our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each one of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. So what this Albert Schweitzer Nobel prize winning मेडिकल मिशनरी एंड फिलोसोफर इज सेइंग दैट कभी कभी हमारी लाइफ में खुद की जो लॉ है, रोशनी है, वो बुझ जाती है। दैट मीन्स आवर कैंडल ब्लोज आउट, ओके, आवर लाइट गोज आउट, एंड कोई आके अपने दिए से उसको जला देता है। कोई अपना दिया लाता है और उसको जला देता है। दैट मीन्स दैट समवन कम्स विद देयर ओन कैंडल एंड मेक इट स्पार्क, make your candle spark. How? Maybe by saying something, maybe by talking to you in a very soft manner, or whatsoever it is. Each one of us has cause to think. हम सबका मतलब, we all have a valid reason to give deep gratitude to those people who have come in our lives at certain times when we actually needed them the most, and they lighted the flame within us. The flame was already there within us, but they just came and sparked it. They just came and said something which sparked it, did something that sparked it. Yeah, so we all of us have some kind of people in our lives, these people in our lives who have actually helped us come out of dark zones, from a darkness to a light. That means from andhera to roshni, right? So we must remember all those people, and we must pay deep gratitude to those people. Okay, every one of us has received help, support, or guidance from other people at particular times in our life when we needed it most. Sometimes another person alters the course of our life through their encouragement, guidance, or just being there at the right time. Uh, Okay, so every one of us have received some help, be it from your teacher, be it from your classmate, be it from your friend or your parents or your relatives. Sometimes those people who have helped you completely alters the course of your life. Alters the course of life. Maybe you were thinking to be something in your life. Maybe you're thinking to be a dancer, or you're thinking to be a musician, or then suddenly just recognized your talent and must have told you that, wow, you play really good piano. Or maybe they said you're really good at logical reasoning, or maybe they said that you're really good at maths, or I don't know. But they must have said something to you which has encouraged you, guided you, by just being there at the right time. Who are these people? These people are sent by universe to you to give you the right path in your lives. And then life goes on. And we tend to forget those times when one person touched us or changed our life. Yeah. Sometimes you don't even realize the impact a person had until well into the future, when you look back on your life and realize that a particular person was pivotal in magically changing the direction of your life for the better. So आज आपको सोचना है कि कौन था वो जिसकी वजह से मैं आज यहाँ हूँ. Who was that person who actually told me my positives or my strengths, or what can I do better in life, and how my life has actually changed because of that one sentence that person has said, or because of something they have done for you, or something they have said to you, or whatsoever it is. They could be your teachers, right? Sometimes teachers also tell you you are really good in this subject, and you never realize before that. You never realize that before, when he or she said that to you, because you always thought, no, I need more, I need more practice, or I am not good at this. Sometimes we also create our beliefs by what marks we are getting in the particular subjects. And then some teacher will tell you, you are really good at it. I didn't realize, but your maybe your this quality is good, maybe your thinking process is good, or I don't know what. But you have to think, what happened? What happened at that time that you chose to be something? You chose a career, or chose a profession, or chose a subject, or whatsoever it is. Think about it. It's not only about childhood, it's also about your college life. It's also about your personal. Sometimes people also say that, you look really beautiful. And before that, you never thought. You always had that complex that I don't look as good as this girl in my class, or there's that, whatever. I mean, some people usually can tell you, like, you are so beautiful. And then you realize, yeah, I am. So think about all those people in your life who has magically changed the way you think about yourself, or magically changed the direction of your life for the better. For the better, okay? Think about all the positive things. Most of the people remember the negative things. Oh, that guy told me this, and I will show him, or I will never forgive him, or whatever it is. So negative things usually people remember with dates. This person told me this at this point of time in my life. I will teach him a lesson, I will teach her a lesson, and that and that. Why this revenge feeling? Why this negative feeling? You have to only think about the positive things, the more positive motivations people have given you. Because now, see, we have learned law of attraction. What law of attraction says, like attracts like. So today, if you give acknowledgement to those kind of people who have magically changed your direction of life for the better, you will attract more and more people like that in your life, rather than thinking of the negative people. If you think about negative people, then negative people will come into your life. Okay, so what do you want? You want positive people, right, in your life, which can improve your life, or for something betterment. Yeah. So, yes, the person may have been a teacher, a coach, an uncle, aunt, sibling, grandparent, or any family member. They may have been a doctor, nurse, or best friend. They may have been the person who introduced you to the current partner, or to a particular interest that became one of your greatest passions. Maybe they were someone you didn't even know, and they appeared in your life very briefly, performing a random act of kindness that touched you to the core. Yeah. So they could be your teacher, sometimes sometimes your teachers tell you that you understand the subject really well, they appreciate you, or then you realize that you are really
I
good.
remember your
Yeah,
sharing. Huh?
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that.
Which
Every
one?
time this lesson comes, I remember your sharing.
Which one?
The
Physics.
teacher one, the teacher said
Physics.
encouraged you.
Yeah, because they are really really amazing
Very nice.
people. Yeah. So it could be your uncle, it could be your cousin. Okay, even I remember there were two people in my life who made me realize that I was a good science student. I was never good science student before ninth. And then when I read those chapters from it was one from other cousin and one from the other, then I realized I really love these subjects. Similarly, my physics teacher told me, just by my just by my acknowledgement in the class, he said that you when you don't understand the subject, you never nod it, you nod when you get it. So I was like, oh yes, really. So these are the things which you always remember, and then that give you that particular interest in that subject. And then maybe that small line will make you sail the boat, make you sail the boat. So today is the time.
For me
Yeah.
also, it was my maths teacher. So,
Yeah, wow. So
we,
yeah, so it gives me goosebumps. Like, we get so many people in our lives, and especially our mentors, our teachers are the best judge to make us feel, that whatever we are because of them, I would say. So yeah, so yes. So you have to remember today, random act of kindness. Sometimes I remember when I was driving one day in Noida alone, and my car had a breakdown. Okay, my car was lying in the middle of the road, and um, I was all alone, and I was also scared that what should I do now? I cannot move the car myself. My car was overheated. So then there was a car which stopped for me. They had a bottle of water. They filled it, with the water thing, and then they started the car. And I mean, they were so kind. Do you remember those people in your life? Because sometimes people can also take advantage. We have an impression in our minds that if we are driving alone, suppose I am a girl and I'm driving alone, people would take advantage, they can be rude to you, they can be whatever. But that random act of kindness really touched you, that yes, there are good people in your lives. Yes, there are people who who God can send you for you. Sometimes I had two incidents like that, and I always remember and thank God for sending these kind of people in my life, for helping me out when I was actually needing it. So think about your incidences and really be grateful that universe is there with you, always there with you, in form of people. This chapter is really really close to my heart, and I would say it should be for all of you, because this is the practice of this chapter will take you to another level, another level of gratitude. So yes, my grandmother gave me my love for books, cooking, and the countryside. By sharing her love for those things with me, all of them affected and changed the course of my life. Yeah. So she's telling about her example that her grandmother gave her some things like books, cooking, and everything. So cooking became a passion of mine for over 20 years. My love of books eventually led me to becoming a writer, and my love of the countryside has influenced where I have lived throughout my life. So she has taken three things that she is grateful for her grandmother. What her grandmother gave her, three things that changed the course of her life. Okay, now it's your turn to think. What were the things that you got from maybe your grandmother, maybe your father, maybe your mother, maybe your siblings, maybe your cousin, whosoever it is, maybe your bosses, previous bosses or present boss or whosoever, your maybe your colleagues. There are many things that we learn from colleagues, also from our classmates, from our friends. Okay, so think about it. It's your turn today. So my grandmother also disciplined me with a steel hand to say thank you. Steel hand. So her grandmother was really strict about saying thank you. At the time, I thought she was just teaching me to be polite. It was only later in my life I realized that teaching me to say the magic words was the greatest gift my grandmother ever gave me. She's not alive anymore, but I continue to be grateful to her for the huge influence she had on the course of my life. Thank you, Grandma. Yeah. So, yes, so she is being really grateful for her grandmother for teaching her the magic words. Thank you. I would say that even in our lives, our grandparents, our nani, nanu, dadu, dadi must have said something to you that, sometimes people say, I remember that in Hindi they say, एक चुप से सौ सुख होता है ना कि भाई लड़ाई हो रही है तो चुप रहो सब ठीक हो जाएगा क्योंकि when you retaliate, when you fight, when you put your point of view sometimes, then it only increases the things, it only increases the fight or whatever is going on. Yeah, so just be quiet, be calm, and things will be normal by themselves. Because what is important, because what is telling you to fight, what is telling you to say it back, your ego. Your ego is saying, why are you not saying, put up your point, you are right here. And then you stop your ego. No, yeah, it's okay. My family, my relations are more important than ego. So I choose to be calm. I choose to be quiet at this point of time. It's okay. I can put up my point when the things are calmer and in a very polite manner. Not at this point when there is a heated argument going on. Okay. So remember those things. Maybe you have got these lessons from your mother in your childhood and you applied them in your family lives when you got married. Think about it. Okay. So today you're going to think about the magical people who have impacted your life. Find a quiet place alone sometime during the day today. Sit down and think of three extraordinary people who have made a difference in your life. Once you have your three people, work with one person at a time and talk out loud to each person as though they were present, telling him or her the reasons why you are grateful to them and how they affected the course of your life. Yeah, so today you have to sit down at a quiet place and think about all the three people, extraordinary people who have made a difference in your life. Okay, and you have to think that they are actually sitting in front of you and you're telling them why you are grateful to them and how they affected the course of your life. See, whatever time you have given till now to practicing gratitude, my request is give some time today. No duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. We read it in day 10. Yeah. No duty is more urgent. So take out this time for yourself today. Be it half an hour. Just take it out from just in a quiet place and do this. Do this and you will feel amazing. Okay. Make sure you do this magical practice with all three people in one session because it will take your feeling of gratitude to a far deeper level. If you split up this magical practice throughout the day, you will not feel the same depth of gratitude nor receive the magical results. So you cannot split it like you do it one now and then two at some other point of time. No, do it at one single shot. Sit down and feel deeply grateful for all the three people. Talk to them. Talk to them means imagining that they are in front of you. You don't have to do it actually in front of them, okay? Do it imagining that they are sitting in front of you and say whatever you want to say, whatever it is, be it anything, okay? And then you should feel tears in your eyes, being truly grateful. Being truly grateful. Take tissues if you want with you, okay? So it's a really amazing exercise. So here is an example of what you might say. Sarah, I want to thank you for the time that you encouraged me to follow my heart. I was lost and confused that day, and your words touched me and lifted me out of despair. Because of what you said, I found the courage to follow my dream, and I moved to France to work as an apprentice chef. I'm living my dream, and I couldn't be happier, all because of what you said to me that day. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, so this is an example writer is giving, so you can think what you will say. Okay, so it's very important that you say the reasons why you are grateful, and you can't say too much. Okay, you can't say too much. जितना बोलना है बोलो, जितना बोलना है बोलो, भर दो gratitude से उसको, नहला दो उसको gratitude से. आज तो मतलब ये टाइम आया है. It could be anyone. Okay, and you can't say too much. Okay, instead, the more you say, the more you feel, the more amazing the results. Okay, so you will see the magic explode into your life from doing this practice. It numbers among the most powerful acts of gratitude you can ever perform. Okay, most powerful acts of gratitude. So when you do this practice with full dedication, full shiddat, then you can enter the zone of day 13, which is make your desires come true. Okay, that is why this chapter is day 12. Just after this chapter, just after this exercise, you will enter the zone of future. Future means your dreams. Okay, so we will do day 13 in two parts, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, because it's a very big chapter. Day 13, make your desires come true. So I don't want to rush that. So we will split it Sunday and Monday. If you are not in a position to talk out loud, then you can write down your words to each person and address them as though you are writing a letter. Okay, this is something which is the last option. Okay, if you're not in a position to talk out loud, you're not getting a place to talk out loud, you can write down and address them as though you are writing a letter, but it is recommended to do it by saying, because I've done both and I felt the difference. When you are writing, that is different, and when you're saying, it's completely different. When you say, actually what is the difference is, suppose when I say, then my mind thinks of more and more reasons, more and more reasons. Then I start saying. Even when we are writing our blessings, and you must have thought, you must have experienced it, when you're writing your blessings in the morning, and when you are reading it aloud again, then the reason which you have written and the reasons you are saying sometimes are more. I don't know how many of you have experienced it, but when you say and read it loud, you get more reasons for that same blessing. So this,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when I'm saying that I'm so grateful for my eyes so I can see the beautiful world, and when I'm reading it aloud, I'm saying, I'm so grateful for my eyes that I can see this beautiful world. Oh my God, my eyes are so amazing that I can see the beautiful smile of my son. I can see this nature, I can see moon, I can see stars. And then I saying. Okay, I cannot write everything, but when I start saying, I get more reasons. So similarly, this practice, when you start saying, like talking to the person, you will feel the depth of gratitude. Okay, so it's recommended that you do it saying loud. So when you have completed this practice, you will feel a huge difference in the way that you feel. Okay, the evidence of gratitude's power working is always that first and foremost, it makes you happy. The secondary evidence of gratitude's power is that you attract wonderful things. Okay, first thing is that you will be happy whole day after doing this. I am sure most of us who are doing the practices would have felt this difference, that now they are thinking more positive, they are not attracting any negative thoughts. Maybe they would be attracting some negative thoughts, but not as much as they used to when they were not practicing. So it's always a difference. I'm sure, I'm 100% sure of that, because negativity will come. But now, when you are in a zone of gratefulness, when you are in a zone of gratitude, more and more positive thoughts will come. And the negative thoughts which were which were prominent before practicing gratitude are now decreasing, and are very less. Okay. And what is the secondary evidence? Secondary evidence of gratitude's power is that you attract wonderful things. Good things will start happening in your life. You will get some good news, or you will get, maybe someone will come and say I love you, maybe your son will come and hug you, maybe someone will come and say thank you, maybe you'll get appreciation at work. I don't know, but you will attract wonderful things.
Mama, like chocolate खा सकता हूँ?
No. Okay. And as if all of that, do you have just a minute?
खाने दे, कोई बात नहीं. I just love him.
Chocolate.
मम्मा चॉकलेट नहीं खाने दे रही, गंदी मम्मा.
अभी खाई थी इसने.
ये हमारा
ये ना
बीच
इसका
में हमें
नहीं
entertain करने आता है ये।
ये ना he knows.
आज पॉटी कर ली पहले ही.
He knows when to come and ask, but I cannot say no at
Exactly.
this time.
Children are very intelligent. They know.
Okay, just give me 5 minutes. I'll give you. And as if
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 हो गए?
नहीं, ऐसे 5 seconds होते हैं. So, and as if all of that wasn't enough, the happiness you feel after practicing gratitude also attracts more wonderful things. No, you have to count till 300 and go now. Also attracts more wonderful things which will make you even happier. Okay, when you're happy, you'll attract more and more wonderful things, and then you'll be more happy. So you attract more things, you'll be more happy, and then happiness multiplies. That's the magic of life, and that's the magical power of gratitude. Wow, amazing chapter. How many of you loved it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Anyone wants to say anything about this? Did you notice people in your lives?
Yeah, we are just going deep
Yes.
into and we are thinking of.
Yeah, good. So magic practice number 12, magical people who made a difference. Sakshi, can you read his?
Yes. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you are grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Find a quiet place alone sometime during today and make a list of 3 people who made a difference in your life. Work through the list one person at a time, and while talking out loud, tell each person the reason why you are grateful for them and exactly how they affected the course of your life. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day.
Wow. So is the exercise clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, yes, it's clear.
Newcomers.
हाँ, मुझे लगता है कि भी response.
Yeah. The person who are doing this for the first time, I want response from them. Is it clear what you have to do? Pinky Bhavi, Kavita.
Yeah, हाँ मुझे clear है क्या करना है.
Thank you. Okay, because I want to
Amina?
make sure. Yes, Smriti.
Just a second. Shall you continue and check the chat, okay?
Okay. You're saying something? I didn't get you.
She's saying to check the chat.
Okay.